Hello, my little sparks. Welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about the book, The Secret Door to Success by Florence Scovel, Shin. The lighting is shitty, I know. And plus I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's been a really long day. It's 6 o'clock at night. Usually I never work this late. So chapter 3 in The Secret Door to Success is called And 5 of Them Are Wise. Now this chapter jumps around a little bit, so just bear with me. So we start this chapter with the main point, provided by Book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 2 to 3. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 of them were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. So she says, my parable is of the wise and foolish virgins. The wise virgins took all their oil with their lamps. The foolish virgins took no oil. Jesus said, and all things you shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. So anything you ask for, you must believe that you're going to receive, right? So when you do manifest, when you do ask the universe for something, and you may remember in the other chapters, you need to believe that you're going to receive it. Unwavering faith. Matthew chapter 21, verse 22 says, therefore I say unto you, whatever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive it and you shall have it. Again, same thing Jesus said in a different way. Mark 11:24 says, it says he shows that, what he said, in Mark 11, basically he shows that only those prepared for their good, thereby showing active faith or perfect faith, will bring the manifestation to pass. So this chapter is about unwavering faith, and preparation for your good. So, when Jesus said, and all things ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive, prayer means preparation. Okay? When you pray for something, or when you ask the universe for something, you need to be prepared to receive it. You want $1 million? Be prepared for it. Let's say it showed up in your mail today. What are you going to do with it? You going to let it sit there? Probably not. You're going to go to the bank and deposit it, right? And then what? I'm sure you have a big list of goodies you want to buy, but that's not spending it wisely. Growing up, I was the one who always worked. I always worked, in my relationships, okay? This is why I've never had a guy who would spoil me and take care of me. Because I was the one who always worked. I did everything. Growing up, I always said, when it came to money coming in, I always made sure my rent was paid and my bills were paid. Okay? And once my rent and bills were paid, whatever was left over was, I can go and buy something. And once my rent and bills were paid, if I didn't have enough to spend on anything, I went without. At least my necessities were covered. I always made sure my rent was paid on time. Why? Because I didn't want to end up on the street. Those 2 instances that I was homeless in, those made me realize that a shelter, a place to stay, a place to sleep is so important. And I always made sure I never faltered on my rent and my bills. That's why I was saying, if you receive $1 million, if you're going to ask for $1 million, be prepared to receive it. Make a list, write it down. What are you going to do with this money? Are they wise choices? Okay. Or are they frivolous choices? Because if they're frivolous choices, it's going to be gone. Like when my dad passed, he left me about $300,000. And I squandered it in less than a year. Because I wasn't planning for it. But who plans to receive an unexpected amount like that? Nobody. But because it was just so crazy with my dad passing and everything I had to do, I had to travel from Sacramento to San Francisco, and I had to help my sister and my brother and go to the memorial and all of this stuff. And then I got this money, and I was living in poverty basically, and suddenly I get this check for $256,000. I mean, the rest of it was like life insurance and all of this other stuff, bank account. But the $250,000 was from my cut from the sale of his house. And I squandered it. Why? Because I wasn't planning. I had no sense of financial planning. I was like, bonanza, let's go spend it. And the person I was with, we ended up opening a joint account. That was stupid. Okay? Because he ended up taking a lot of my money and overdrawing me for $1,000. And I had to close the account. I was stupid. I was immature. Okay, as soon as I heard that I was coming into money, after my dad passed, I should have sat down and started figuring out what I was going to do with that money. Not going to the casino, not buying that Mustang Roush that I forgot if I bought it off the showroom floor, if I ordered it. I don't remember. I ended up taking it back, returning it 2 weeks later because it was a royal piece of crap. After that, I never bought another Mustang ever again, because that was the third Mustang I owned, and they were all pieces of junk. So whatever you ask for, you have to prepare for it. Like my twin flame journey, I have to be prepared for it. And, like I said in my Beginner of the Mind video, it's scary. I don't know what to expect. It's scary. And it made me realize that what little trust and what little courage I had in my twin flame. I was holding on to control, of the situation. Oh my God, what if we get together? My daughter's dad kicks me out. Where am I going to go? Me and my son, where are we going to go? And here I'm not even thinking about my twin flame. And it made me say, you know what? Screw this place. I put perfect faith and love and trust in my twin flame that he will never let me go without. Okay? He will never let me go without, and he will love me and treat me the way I deserve to be treated. And it's like I had to tell myself this. Whenever I get a thought of mistrust or cowardice, I say no. I put full trust and faith in my twin flame that he will care for me and love me the way I deserve. Because it's scary. Such a change is scary, right? But you have to prepare for what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. She says here, armchair faith or rocking chair faith will never move mountains. You ever heard of the term armchair quarterback? Same thing. Guys watch football and they're calling the plays. Oh my God, why did he do this? Oh my God, armchair quarterback. Can you go out there and do what they do? Probably not. But you talk shit. Same with the keyboard warriors. They talk shit, but when they're when they're in your face, they won't say it. Same thing. Armchair faith will never move mountains. That means don't sit here in your chair, and say, I want this, I want that, and then wait for it. Because it's not going to come to you that way. You must take inspired action. It's what you do in the arena of life that counts. Okay? Your preparation for what you ask for. Listening for inspired action. That's what matters. You must do what puts you in the vibration of what you desire. Do you want $1 million? What puts you in the vibration of $1 million? What makes you feel like a millionaire? Okay? Buy yourself something that makes you feel like a millionaire, even if it's fake. Go buy a big diamond ring with a big diamond on it, even if it's cubic zirconia or a piece of costume jewelry that looks real. Put the jewelry on your fingers, on your wrists, around your neck. Look like $1 million. Okay? If you look like $1 million, you'll feel like $1 million, and it will attract $1 million. What puts me in the vibration of what I deserve when it comes to my twin flame? In my mind, we are married, and I am his wife. And I think to myself, what would he want in a wife? And I picture that, and I live it every day. Watch your motives with all diligence, for out of them are the issues of life. Are your motives of lack of faith? Your motives. Like, when she says your motives, how you act? Do you act and think on lack of faith, lack of money, lack of love? Watch your motives. Don't live in lack. Even when the 3D shows, I want to show you guys something, shows don't live in lack even though the 3D shows it. Because this is the past. Even, this is the present, but it's also the past. This is what you've manifested already. So this is garbage. This is all the garbage you've manifested. You want to live in your desired reality. Oh, I want to show you guys this. See this bag? This is all of my medical bills. Look at this. This bag is full of medical bills. Do I freak out? No. Why don't I freak out at that big bag of medical bills? Because I choose not to live in lack. I choose not to freak out over that. So you know what I do? I sit down, I take the bills, I put them in order from oldest to newest, and then I toss the repeat bills of the same thing, just so I have the most recent bill. And I put them in, and I add them up, okay? But as I add up the bills, I think to myself, wow, $500, wow, $1,000, wow, $3,000. And I think of this as money coming to me to pay that bill. Wow, I have $500 to pay my bill. Wow, I have $8,000 to pay my bill. Instead of saying, oh, God, look at all this money I have. I don't have this money. When you mad cow like that, then the universe is like, what is her problem? She's looking at this the whole wrong way. The whole way she shouldn't be looking at it. So, to me, this isn't bills owed. This is bills paid. Those bills are paid in my head. Okay? So, you must do what puts you in the vibration of your desire. Okay? Don't have a motive of lack. Pay your bills with joy and love. Be happy to pay them. I know no one's happy to pay bills. Bills suck. But if you go around with that mad attitude, bills suck, I hate bills, 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 bills. Like that song from Destiny's Child, bills, bills, bills. That's all the universe is going to send you is bills. Instead, you want to be in the vibration of, oh, this bill is paid already. This bill, I paid this, I paid this, I paid this. Look at all this money I'm receiving to pay my bills. You must form a habit of living in the fourth dimension, the world of the wondrous. So living in the fourth dimension is living in your desired reality. Okay? Your specific person. You want to act as if you and your specific person are in a relationship, whether it's just a regular long-term relationship or whether it's married. Okay? Live as if. Are you a millionaire? Live as if. And I know some people say don't fake it till you make it, but you want to do the things that put you in the vibration. Do you want to be rich? What makes you feel rich? Is it jewelry? Is it money? Is it a fur coat? You know, what makes you feel rich? Hey, if you want, go to the party store or the dollar store, get fake money and put it in your wallet. So when you look in your wallet, you're like, damn, I got a lot of money. Okay? That money, looking at the money, and you're going, oh my God, I have so much money, will attract. Oh, they have so much money. They love that money. I'm going to send them more money. Okay? But the universe doesn't know the difference. Remember, the universe can't take a joke. It doesn't know. Okay? All you're saying is, wow, your thoughts and your words. Okay? Not what you're seeing. It's your thoughts and your words. So you're looking at fake money, but you're saying, wow, look at all the money in my wallet. My wallet is so fat. It's crammed and jammed full of money. I can't possibly fit anymore. And so the universe will send you enough to cram and jam your wallet so there's no more room for money in there. It's kind of like, remember I was talking about Mary Poppins? The bag, the bottomless bag, like that. Whatever you put out comes back. You spend money, you'll get it back. Okay, so this part goes back to the beginning about the oil, the lamp, the 5 wise people and the 5 foolish people. It's basically oil versus lamp, okay? The lamp is man's consciousness, okay? The oil is what brings light on understanding, okay? So the story continues saying the foolish so I guess they were lined up like this, and there was a marriage procession, okay? So they were lighting the way for the marriage procession to go into, or lighting the way for the bridegroom to go into the church for the marriage procession. Okay, and of course some of them had lit lamps, some of them did not. Okay, so the foolish I don't know why I keep saying virgins. The foolish virgins were without wisdom. Okay, they lacked understanding from their consciousness. So lamp is man's consciousness. And the wisdom is the understanding, okay? The lack of understanding was oil. They lacked understanding. Oil stands for understanding. They lacked understanding. They demanded oil from the wise people that had oil. And the wise said, no, if I give you my oil, I won't have any oil for myself. So you go over there and you buy your own oil. Okay? The foolish virgins could not receive more than was in their consciousness or what they were vibrating to. They were vibrating at a level of lack because they had no oil. And they were vibrating at a level of lack because they had no understanding. They had no wisdom about the laws of the universe. So they had no oil. Okay? And it has to do with the law of preparation. If you prepare for what you fear or don't want, you begin to attract it. David said, the thing I feared had come upon me. And it's about hope for the best. Like, have you ever heard the saying, hope for the best, prepare for the worst? Or some variation, therefore, thereof. Sorry. I'm still sick, I'm sorry. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that. No, you don't want to prepare for the worst. You don't want to hope for the best. The best way to cut that off, prepare for the best. Say, there is no worst. I prepare for the best. You know, when they say, oh, worst case is, I always say, you know, like, oh, I want $1 million. Worst case, I don't get it. So what? I just say, so what? Because for me, there is no worst case. There's only best case. And if they say, well, worst case, well, what if you don't get it? Well, that's impossible. Of course I'm going to get it. And if I don't, so what? It's just not my time yet. You have to be able to justify, okay, your faith and say, I just haven't received it yet, but I will. And that's when you start listening to the universe. You start listening to your intuition. You start watching your angel numbers. Ask the universe for ask the universe for a sign. Okay? Hope for the best. Hope and prepare for the best. It says the divine idea for every man is plenty. So abundance, prosperity, that is the divine idea. That is how you should be living in your head. Forget the 3-day. Forget all of this crap. Okay? In your mind, you're living your 4D reality. It said your barns should be full and your cups should overflow. But we must learn to ask the right way. Okay? Yeah, you should live in abundance and prosperity. Okay? But you have to learn to ask the right way. And she gives an example of a affirmation. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I call on the law of accumulation. My supply comes from God and now pours in and piles up on the breaks. Law of accumulation. So when you think of accumulation, what do you think of? Something building up. Like, have you ever seen those scenes, like, where you, in cartoons where the money goes like that? Or those games? Those, like, what are they called? The idle games, where, like, idle fast food and the money goes up like this as people buy stuff? Yeah. The law of accumulation. You are accumulating what you desire.
It worked, you guys. It actually worked.
Under grace. You're graceful about it. You're not rude about it. You're not mean about it. You're graceful. This gives a 4D feeling of abundance. Okay? It creates abundance. Okay? It sends that to the 4D, and the 4D is like, and it's like pulling on the 4D like that. Your money. You want money? Okay. The 4D is like, oh, I'm drawn to this, you know, and the money starts coming out, you know, of your 4D and appearing in your 3D because you're feeling of abundance and prosperity. So she asks, will you bring oil or not? Will you bring understanding of the laws or not? It's up to you. She says, those with oil, oh, this is a continuation of the story. Those with oil entered the marriage hall with the groom. Those without oil were left outside. So if you kind of look at it, entering the marriage hall with the groom, you are entering your divine reality with the universe, with the angels surrounding you, or God, or whoever, your guardian angel, whatever. And those without understanding were left outside. Those without oil or understanding were left outside. It's kind of like they talk about, actually I'm going to get to it, about Judgment Day. She talks about Judgment Day. Okay, and I will get to that. The rapture. Well, I'll wait until we get to that point before I talk about the rapture. So the foolish knocked on the door asking to be let in, but the groom said, I don't know you. The law of karma. Okay? What you give out, you get back. They gave out lack of understanding. Okay? Lack of faith. And what happened? They were not let in, and the groom said, I don't know you. And shut the door in their face. So that sucks. They did not prepare for their good. Okay. They did not prepare for their good because they did not have oil. Okay. So you must prepare for your good. Will you bring oil or won't you? And here we come, Judgment Day. Judgment Day is karma. Those, in Revelations, it says that those who have accepted Christ into their heart will rise to heaven. Okay? And those who do not will be left on earth. Those who live in the 3D reality, live in perfect faith, unconditional love, and light, will rise to heaven. They will achieve their divine reality. And those who don't will be left in the lurch. They will be left outside. Okay? In the cold. And it says that judgment comes in 7. It could be 7 days, 7 minutes, 7 hours, 7 months, 7 years. Okay? So what you give out, expected to come back to you within 7 minutes, 7 hours, 7 days, or 7 years. It will come back to you. If you put out negativity, it will come back to you. Okay? You pay for karmic debt, which is, karmic debt is any violation of spiritual law. Remember the story I was telling you about the woman who desired the specific house? And the guy who owned the house died, and so did her husband. That was karma, okay? Because she desired that specific house, and she said, I don't care what happens, okay? I want that house. Sorry, I had to take off my shirt. It's hot in here with these stupid lights. So that was her karmic debt, okay? The universe was like, okay, I'll give you this house, but you're going to have to pay for it. She paid for it by the death of her husband and the owner of the house. Every day, examine your consciousness. What are you prepared for? What are your thoughts about money? What are your thoughts about love? What are you prepared to have come into your life? Are you prepared for riches and abundance? Are you prepared for the love of your life? You know, when it comes to my twin flame, preparing for our union has been really hard. Okay. They say that not everyone has their twin flame here on earth. Only those who can be taught and who can achieve spiritual enlightenment and a spiritual awakening can meet their twin flame here on earth. And that's why I went through everything I went through growing up, to prepare me for this, because this is going to be intense and this is going to be scary. You know, that's why I said in my last Theater of the Mind video, my dream told me, you are not prepared. You got to do your shadow work. And so I'm going to be doing shadow work every day until I let go, because I wasn't giving perfect faith and unconditional love and perfect trust my twin flame who's going to take care of me. She says, my supply comes from God. I have the magic purse of the spirit. It could never be depleted. Again, Mary Poppins. She also talked about the magic purse in Game of Life and How to Play It, I believe it was. Or it was verse with your word is your wand. I don't remember. I'll put it down here, right here. She was talking about how my supply comes from God. My purse, my wallet is crammed and jammed and cannot fit another bill. Okay? Her purse is crammed and jammed with money. It can never be depleted. For whenever one bill goes out, whenever a dollar bill goes out, another one is replaced. Okay? Or maybe 2 more, or maybe 3 more. Magic purse of the spirit. Okay? The universe is your ATM. The universe can never be depleted. She said, prepare for your unseen good. Okay? And that means if you're preparing for your unseen good and someone says, oh, this is, oh, you're delusional, you need to live in reality, they start to poo-poo your reality and what you're doing, don't fight them. Every thought and every act I can't even read my, every thought and every act expresses your unwavering faith. Okay? It doesn't matter. If someone says, oh, you're crazy, you're stupid, you need to come back down to reality, you can say, I appreciate your concern, but I will be absolutely fine. I know my truth, I know my reality, and I am not hurting anybody. Okay? So, remember to bring oil for your lamps. And say, my lamp is filled with faith and fulfillment. Okay? Like my medical bills. Remember what I said about those? Faith and fulfillment. I have faith those bills are paid. And I'm fulfilled in the fact that they are. So that is the end of chapter 3. It was a little longer because I took some longer notes this time. I love her because it's so fascinating, these chapters. And I'm going to link the book I am going to link the book below, so you guys, if you want to listen to it, it's an audiobook. You can. It's free here on YouTube. So tomorrow I'm going to do, tomorrow's Thursday, a money cartomancy reading. Money and career. I'm also going to do chapter 4 called What Do You Expect? From The Secret Door to Success by Florence Scovel, Shin. I may do a theater of the mind if I have another dream. I mean, I've been dreaming of my twin flame. I had like 5 dreams of him in 5 weeks. Every week I have at least 1 or 2 dreams about him. So yeah. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it helped. I hope it gave you some insight. I'm going to start working on uploading my life story to YouTube. They are going to be 18 and over. For each video, I will put what trigger warnings are on the video. But like I said, I'm thinking about doing a cleaner version, for everybody to watch, because I don't want someone to feel bad about not being able to watch my video because they're triggered by something. So I'm going to create, and then you can decide if you want to go ahead and watch the original video. So, my email and my messenger are down below if you want to send me a message or request a personal reading. My CashApp and PayPal and Amazon wish lists are down below if you wish to help support my channel. I'm going to link The Secret Door to Success down below if you want to listen to it verbatim on your off time. It's really fascinating. I really love it. I love her books. This is my last video of the day. I still have to work out. I still have to do yoga. I still have to do shadow work. I still have to update my TikTok and Instagram, which I have listed down below. But thank God this is the last video. So thank God, thank Allah, thank Muhammad, thank Buddha, thank Hades, so Zeus, whatever. So thanks for watching, and I will see you.